What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Divine Libra Wisdom. I'm back again with another weekly check-in reading for Cancers. This will be for the week of February 9th. And before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and get my disclaimers and things out of the way first, and then get into the channel messages, and then the reading itself. So if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're returning, I thank you as well. Thank you so much for both of you, tuning in. Hopefully you have, subscribed to the channel, but if you haven't done so, go ahead and do that. As you listen along, make sure you're liking the video, leaving a comment down in the comment section, and make sure you are sharing the video. And again, make sure you subscribe, okay? All the decks that I'm using will be in the description box below. So, if you want to book a personal reading with me, that information will also be in the description box. So, multiple ways, or I want to say multiple ways, but several ways to get in contact with me. If you, have a question, or, just want to book a personal reading, that information is down there. So definitely use it if you want. I think I already said the decks that I'm using, they'll be in the description box below. Also, happy Super Bowl Sunday, happy Black History Month. Yeah, so hopefully everyone has had a good week. And I know a lot of us, after a major event or a holiday or something, we really don't be feeling like going back to work, but hopefully the weekend wasn't too quick for you. I know it was quick for me, but in the grand scheme, hopefully you can get some, you had fun, you can get some rest, you had some good food, all the things. What else was I gonna say? In the event that someone is posing as me, using my voice or my likeness or anything of that nature, that is not me. I don't reach out to anyone to solicit for readings to do, because I don't do readings for free. So yeah, that is not me. The only way to get in contact with me is via leaving a comment in my comment section, messaging me directly, or either by email, preferably by email, because I don't really even know how direct messages work on YouTube. I don't think I've ever gotten one, but maybe I have, I can't remember. But yeah, so the best way to get in contact with me is by email. As far as noise, I'll try to keep it to a minimum, and I think those are all my disclaimers. It's getting late, so I'm kind of winding down, and my brain is kind of like shutting down, so I don't know. But anyway, as I'm getting these cards out, we're going to go into the channel messages. Let's see. I don't know why I'm hearing the word groove. So I don't know, some of you may be dancing, or maybe you were dancing or listening to Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl halftime show, which was very beautiful, by the way. Let me see. But yeah, groove. I feel like, some of you Cancers could be kind of in a party mood, or just wanting to have fun. Again, this energy could be carrying over from the weekend as you go into the week. Oops. And it's just, you could just, if you've been kind of cooped up, or kind of like to yourself, not really wanting to do anything, this could be, you wanted to kind of branch out, get out, kind of let your hair down, be less rigid. word superficial. Somebody could be kind of being fake around you. So be careful with that. Be mindful of that. Of people like smiling in your face, but they don't mean you any good. Superficial. Yeah. Superficial, fake. That's what I'm hearing, kind of. Yeah, just be weary. It's not to like fear monger or anything like that, but just be mindful of people who, you know, make like little jokes, make little snide comments. You know, you can kind of feel them, like they'll smile in your face, but as soon as you turn your head or kind of, you know, you can kind of see them out of your peripheral. They're staring at you with malice, rolling their eyes at you. I don't know. That's the energy that I'm picking up for y'all. So yeah, just be careful. Especially if this is someone that you've been hanging out with, going out with, getting drinks with. And that's, you know, like I said, I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm just giving, like, you know, real life scenarios of things that could happen. Just be mindful. Be mindful of your surroundings. Be mindful of you know, things. Just be mindful, y'all. Whenever I get that type of energy, I'm gonna say it. So, and let's see if you get any other channel messages coming through. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Because I'm saying believe what you see. Believe what you see. Don't second guess yourself. Don't second guess your intuition. Cancers, you are highly intuitive sign. You're represented by the moon. So you can see past the illusions. You can see past all the things that people don't want you to see. And being someone who has a Cancer moon, yeah, I can see. That's all I can say. I can see. I be knowing. I be seeing. But yeah. I'm not getting anything else, so we're gonna get into the reading. Okay. See, I be knowing. I be knowing. You gonna see what I'm talking about here soon. All right, so with what am I trying to say? Y'all, if you've been watching my videos, you know how I read. So I read column by column. So this is gonna be the start of the day, start of the week, midweek, end of the week. And if I didn't mention it, this is for the week of the 9th that we're going into this week. Okay, so moving right along, you get the Father of Wands that came out, and this is, I think this would be like the King of Wands in the original tarot. I don't know, with this card, it makes me thinking of a master plan. Like, it makes me think of that song, but I just think of someone who has like a master plan, and they're really like going through all the ins and outs, you know, what am I trying to say? Like all the facts, all the data, that type of thing. So going into this week, Cancers, you could be really like paying attention to things, details, excuse me. You could really be hyper focused on a certain project, maybe if this is work related. Maybe you have to do some kind of presentation, and so you need to pay attention to, you know, those fine details and make sure no stone is left unturned, and you have all your information. You've done your research and you know exactly what you're talking about. So, you know, there's no nerves, there's no, you know, stumbling or word salad. You got it. You know, you got what you need. Now, with Oya storms being down here, this makes me think of like overcoming obstacles, and this is something that came out in Libra's read. So if you're, if you have if you have Libra placements, definitely go check that out. Even though none of the cards Jumbi Maz came out in Taurus's reading. I don't know if I can't remember if Creativity came out in Taurus's reading or not, but nonetheless, if you do have Taurus placements or Libra placements, especially Libra placements, definitely go check out Libra's reading, because I that was like a whole extended read because it went over. So yeah, there could be messages in there for you if you have those placements. But with Oya here, I feel like it's like kind of overcoming the storms. I don't necessarily feel like this is something that you're going through right now, but it's more so like you've overcome it, and even if something were to come up, you know how to like take care of it, because with the Father of Wands, you're prepared. You're prepared for a rainy day. Okay. But I will read from the book. And actually, I take that back. Father of Wands did come out. I believe it came out in Taurus's reading, actually. So yeah, definitely if you, like I said, if you are, or no, it didn't come out in Taurus's reading. I'm so sorry. I think I pulled some cards for myself personally, and this came out for myself. But either way, still go check out Taurus and Libra's reading, just in case you have those placements. Okay. All right, so we're gonna read Father of Wands, and these are court cards. So let me find that. Yeah. All right. Whew, I've been talking so much, my mouth getting dry. I got my water over there. I need to take some, or drink some, I mean. All right, so Father of Wands, this is visionary leader card description. A man is given a presentation in a field against a backdrop of the mountains. The Father of Wands embodies the fiery energy that comes with creating new strategies to replace old, outdated methods. He is ready to step up, take the lead when opportunities arise. The Father of Wands can motivate others with his expansive energy. He is a reminder that success requires discipline and commitment. In a reading, this card highlights the importance of shaking things up, walking the unbeaten path, bringing your imagination and dreams to reality. In Yang, motivation, the big picture, wisdom, inspirational speaking. And for this, in Yang means upright. In Yin, it means reverse or upside down. So impulsiveness, ruthlessness, smooth talking, betrayal. I don't get any of those things here. I get that. I get the upright energy. And it says aligning. It says make different choices around triggers and cycles. So yeah, I really resonate with that for this card, especially with Oya storms, because I feel like, again, there is a need to be just mindful. And I'm also, because this is a presentation, I just now noticed that there are little, shadows down here at the bottom watching this man. So it could be a situation where all eyes are on you, and there could be like some pressure on you to perform, especially if it's, like I said, if this is job related. You could feel like you're kind of on the line, and it's just kind of like you're like, okay, I just want to make sure I do this right and I get this right. But I feel like with the Father of Wands, and because the Father of Wands is so prepared and so ready, and this didn't come out as a reverse card, even though I don't really do reverses, I feel like you're right on track. You're prepared. So there's no need to worry, and if any like obstacle is to come up, I feel like you just take care of it right then and there, and you keep it pushing. Like there's no second guessing. There's none of that. You're just like, yeah, I got this. All right. So by midweek, you have the card Temperance. So Temperance, that's all about juggling, balancing things. You could be doing like balancing multiple things, because I see like this kind of circle of different little things surrounding this person. And this kind of looks like a chef. And usually, when you think about a chef, they're all about balancing flavors and making sure things go together, and preparing things and putting things together. So yeah, midweek you could be doing a little bit of that, making magic in that way. So let's look at Temperance. If I can find it. I know it's a major arcana. I just need to find it. Where are ya? Alright, found Temperance. I'm gonna just lay this here for a second because I need to take some. I keep saying take. Sorry, y'all, if you hear my drinking noises, but I am thirsty. Ooh, talk about having a wet your whistle. Nah. Okay. So Temperance is let's see. Traits, it says contentment, balance, yes. Card depiction: a woman in the kitchen tempers chocolate, heating and cooling the chocolate to stabilize it, creating a glossy finish. She works to create balance, finding the perfect equilibrium. Tempering takes patience, understanding the gravity of a stable personal foundation, and collaboration with the community. The Temperance card calls for moderation. Do not act in haste, as the material and spiritual aspects of a situation must be considered in equal measure. And with the Temperance card, it asks, consider, what do you bring to the table? Even though I hate that word. So I don't know, just for me personally, I wouldn't, yeah. Do you actively engage with viewpoints outside your echo chambers? And what that means is, if it's an echo chamber, it means everybody kind of thinks the same, kind of like groupthink in a way. It's just like, are you following the crowd, or are you going to the beat of your own drum, if that makes sense? Have you considered compromising? And so the flower that's associated with this is Amelia, or tassel flower. Deals with creativity, and you have creativity out here. This element is fire. Chakra is heart. In yang, that means upright. This means balance, moderation, purpose, patience, calm. Rationale. Going with the flow, commitment, persistence, dedication, stability, tranquility, harmony, and peace. Add in Serenity, because it's one of my favorite names. If I ever had a daughter, which I don't think I will unless I adopt or I get a fur baby, one of their names will be Serenity. So yeah, I love that name. Serenity and harmony, that would be beautiful to me. In yin, I don't know, just by me bringing that up, maybe some of y'all want a baby, or maybe you're actively working towards adopting. Could be that. I don't know, just random. Look, listen, I will bring it out if I feel it's relevant. Okay. In yin, like I was saying, this is reversed or upside down. Excess, imbalance, hedonism, impulsiveness, negative behavior, discord, antagonism, clashing, lack of perspective. Aligning, it says try a candle gazing meditation, complete a project. Affirmation: I am open myself. Oh, I'm sorry. I open myself to focus on empowering beliefs that bring me closer to my full potential. Okay, so you're gonna get 2 affirmations today. Look at y'all. Now, let me, before I get too far, the signs that you could be dealing with, Father One, so that would be, fire signs. I mainly get like an Aries coming out specifically, but fire sign, Temperance, this has to do with Sagittarius, so it's a lot of fire that you're dealing with, a lot of fire energy. You can have it in your chart, or you could be literally dealing with people who have those signs. And you have 8 of coins, and coins would be earth signs. So, yeah. So so Aries, Sagittarius, and earth signs. Yeah, earth signs. And this also, it's funny, the 8 of coins over here, this kind of makes me think of, these rings make me think of like Sonic rings. Sonic coins, it's like stuff like that. It makes me think of that type of stuff. And there's a lot of circular things that I'm seeing. Circles over here, circles over here, circles in the form of coins or whatever. Circle, umbrella here, circle here. Like, so everything could be like coming full circle, or you could be thinking about things in order for things to get to that full circle moment. Okay. Now, as far as masks are concerned and how it goes with Temperance, before I get to the 8 of coins and wrap this up, I feel like it's you that could be dealing with mask. Maybe you're putting on these different facades, or putting on, because I'm also getting like Cancers. To me, they can be kind of less direct, but whenever they need to, they will do that. And I want to see something. Capricorn. So yeah, the opposite sign of Cancer is Capricorn. So you could be taking on more Capricorn traits, especially if you have it in your chart. Maybe you could be embodying that, and Capricorn is all about your career, your structure, your ambition, that type of thing. Whereas Cancer is more emotion based, more nurturing, more home and hearth type energy. So it can be kind of passive in a way, whereas Capricorn is more direct, in my opinion. Even though they could be, they're disciplined, they're grounded, but they're more direct. So yeah, you could be putting on these different masks in order to kind of get where you want to go, or do the things that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the other hand, I mentioned to pay attention to people in the channel readings, or the channel messages. I said to pay attention to people that are around you, right? So with masks, there's different masks surrounding. So that can mean people like talking to you, talking about you, or having all eyes on you. Same with over here. You have people watching, like watching you perform, watching you do certain things. So again, you could and you could even feel that too. But it's all about balance. It's all about knowing, keeping yourself safe, keeping your head on a swivel. If it is a case of, if it's more in a sinister way, not to, like I said, not to, scare anybody, but, if it's not work related, like people are watching you to see how you perform, to see what you do, but it's more so like on the shisty kind of side, like somebody watching you to see your moves, see your routine and shit like that. And just be mindful, you know, be mindful of, you know, if you're working late, make sure, you know, you have something on you that you can defend yourself. If, you know, you're going to walk into your car and, you know, I'm just saying, I'm just putting scenarios out there. Like I said, not saying that these things will happen to you personally. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just calling it like I see it, y'all. Like I said, I whenever I see something, whenever I feel something, I'm going to say it, you know, and you just take it as it resonates for you. You know, just be mindful of your surroundings. Be mindful of the people that you hang around. Like I said, be careful of people that you put your trust into, because sometimes people may not mean you well. They could be smiling in your face, like I said, the whole time, and they're sitting up there talking behind your back and they hate your guts. You know what I'm saying? I've had people like that before. Like, and I, you know, it wasn't even like, some people I have confronted about it, some people I have not. And it's just kind of like, I can feel your energy. You know what I'm saying? I can see what you're doing at this, like this corner of my eye. Like, I see it. And I don't know why people be like acting like, this is the thing that gets me. I will never understand a person being in another person's face that they cannot stand, right? Like being in proximity to them, still talking to them, or trying to do things to get their attention, to get a rise out of them. It's just like, why are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just really don't get people like that. But anyway, all that to say, just be wary of people who wear masks, because sometimes people's masks can fall. You know what I mean? That's another thing. So just be mindful. All right. I don't want this to get too far as like going on and on and on. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the Eight of Coins. So, Eight of Coins, this is the Eight of Pentacles in the original tarot, and this is all about, you know, abundance, things coming to fruition, kind of like seeing the fruits of your labor almost. And it's just kind of like, hold on one second, y'all. And I am going to read from the book, but I kind of like to get my own interpretation as well. But yeah, this is kind of like, if you look at the card here, it's like she's kind of like in deep thought. She's really focused on this, what she's doing right here. And these kind of they don't look like coins, but they look like, they almost look kind of like eggs almost. Or some kind of, maybe she's like decorating some kind of, it'll tell me in the book, but so I can know for sure what this is supposed to represent. But this is Eight of Coins. And it looks kind of either like she's kind of decorating it or doing something. But anyway, this is about like honing in on crafts, honing in on your skills, developing skills, being dedicated, very hyper focused on a particular thing, which she is. She looks like she's doing, you know, you kind of can't, I don't know if you can really tell or see, but she's very like super focused on what she's doing right there. So this is, you know, very like, you're almost like in a developing skills almost, perfecting something before you present it. So, you know, maybe you present something at the start of the week, and then, you know, if this is work related, you present something at the start of the week, you know, your bosses or board, whoever you work with, they tell you, hey, we liked your presentation, but hey, could you go back and add this in, or add some more figures in, or, you know, do something else. So it's kind of like you're going back, because in both of these cards here, the Temperance card, they're very focused on what they're doing. Same here, like all throughout these cards, they're very focused on what they're doing. So, again, this could be, like I was saying, like the whoever you work for, or even if you work for yourself, but you still have to like present something. I can tell I'm getting tired. Because I've really been talking, y'all. Anyway, but yeah, if it's a case of where you need to go back and perfect something and go back and add some information in, maybe you miss one or two things, and again, you need to go back in. You got to go back in and add in more information. So by doing that, it's like you're perfecting it. You made it better. You can also be doing so creatively. You have creativity here, Seven Sisters, and I feel like you're even like being inspired, because whenever I see this Seven Sisters, it makes me think of muses, or like the spirits who kind of come in and kind of help you with different areas of your life. It could be career, it could be like your creativity, it could be like, say for instance, if you have a knack for designing, planning, creating graphs, cooking, something mechanical, like whatever the case may be, you're honing in on your skills. You're able to apply your skills to something that you're trying to do, or something that you're working on, or some kind of project. And so you're finding creative ways in order to do that, to solve problems, is another thing. Okay, so let's get to your last your reading here, or I'm sorry, your affirmation. So for the week, or for this week rather, Cancers, it says, my job allows me to afford my rent, leisure, travel, and everything I need and want. The affirmation is, my job allows me to afford my rent, leisure, travel, and everything I want. Everything I need and want, sorry. So, that was your reading, Cancers. Sorry, I'm running out of juice. I need to rest now. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, because I am getting extremely tired and my voice is like, hey, you need to rest. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Hopefully everything resonated. If it did, give me a like. Make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know how it resonated, if it did, and if not, you don't feel comfortable sharing necessarily, you can leave an emoji or something like that. Share the video out if you know of other Cancers who may want to hear this, I'm sorry, what was I going to say? Yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay? And I will see you next week. Bye. Have a good week. Again, happy Super Bowl day. Happy Black History Month. Happy all the, just have a good week, okay? I'm running out of juice, like I'm getting tired. I'm getting so sleepy. Okay, so I'm going to end this. Bye. Have a good week. Bye.